Welcome back. Daily Show. Ben Julian. Back in the studio. You were on about a month ago, right?
Yeah, I was here about a month ago.
How's life been treating you?
It's been good.
Good holiday season?
Yeah, holidays were good. I'm kind of glad they're over and get back to the normal.
Me too. You know, how's everything been with Precision Point? Staying busy?
Yeah, it's been real good. We've been having classes just about every weekend the last month or so. I have a class coming up tomorrow that's going to be a Wednesday, Thursday class during the week. That's mainly geared towards people who work weekends or shift workers that can't come on a Saturday or Sunday. And then again, Saturday and Sunday, I have another class scheduled. So things have been good. I'm working on an opportunity to possibly work on an indoor range and get some access to it where I'd be renting it, not so much partnering with another company, but I'll be renting a bay where I'll have 6 shooting lanes of my own is what I'm hoping to work out. I'm still working on the details to get that finalized.
And that's incredible. And now, for the folks that maybe missed the first time or need a refresher, where do you train out of currently?
So I'm currently out of Bethalto. It's a Bethalto address. I'm out off Fosterburg Road at my home location. I have a classroom in a separate building, and then a nice little outdoor range. We have some paper target stands for qualifying for the classes, and then I also have some steel targets and some moving challenge targets to really hone in on your skills and fine-tune things. So.
Well, and you were showing me that you got to have some fun with the class and those steel targets.
Yeah, the class did really well this past weekend, and everybody listened, and they were real safe. So I let them shoot some steel targets, and before class, my son had to annoy me and do some shooting so I could hear him while I was in class. But you can see the video here and take a look. People had a good time.
Fight till the end. No white flag, no surrender. I'm leaving, no survive.
Oh man, that was cool. I like that.
It's a lot of fun. We enjoy really just practicing different things and different skills. So.
Well, and it seems like you got a good little good setup out there and outside. I like that a lot. You have a cool backdrop too.
Yeah, thanks. We like it. There's a pretty lake out there to look out over, and it's nice. I really enjoy shooting outside when the weather's nice and it's not too cold. So
yeah. Well, and you know, before we really dive into some of the upcoming opportunities, you were telling me that when you came in, because you practice your concealed carry all the time, you know, and
sure.
You actually, I didn't know we had a sign up on the door. What is that even? Is that law? Do you have to disarm after that?
Legally, yes. If the location has the gun sign on the door posted, you have to
abide by it.
Abide by that. So the first time I came into the studio, I saw the sign and I turned around and I went back to my truck and I put my firearm in the lock box in my truck the way it should be appropriately stored, and then I came in the building and respected that sign. But I don't know that a lot of non-law abiding people would even pay attention to that sign. Yeah. So I guess my whole point is that the law abiding people that are doing things right and doing things by the law, they pay attention to those things.
I've said it before. It's always my argument. I mean, and like I said, I didn't even know we had a sticker on the door, but I'm right there with you. You know, you can take away all you want from the good guys, but that's not going to hurt the bad guys any. You know, it's just going to make them stronger. No. And it's really, I don't know, man. I feel right there with you on so many things. You know, we were talking about your firearm training and support today, but No, since we're on the two-way topic, I mean, you can try to ban any weapon you want, but at the end of the day, if somebody wants to get their hands on a gun, they're going to, just like they're going to whenever you ban drugs. Drugs aren't legal; they still find a way to do drugs. You know,
Sure.
it's just, and that's not saying shame on them. It's life. It's going to happen.
Correct. Yep.
That's why you need to be trained, and that's where Precision Point comes in. I did this last time. I promise I haven't had a stroke or anything. Precision Point comes in, and you do a lot of different things. Take me through just some of the classes that you offer. I know we talk concealed carry, but we'll circle back and end on that today and talk about upcoming times. What are some of the other ones you do?
So I have a 3-part training program for people that are new or uninformed or want to be more informed. And we start out with basic fake pistols. They're plastic. We do some stuff in training with those and move to a cert pistol, which is a replica of a real pistol, but it shoots a laser.
Okay.
I also now have the ACE XR system, which is a VR shooting system. It uses a weighted pistol, and you put the VR headset on, and you're in your own little space. You can shoot the Terran Tactical course, the Ronin course, special drills. It times your shooting. It shows you where you shoot. It's very realistic. The only thing they can't replicate is the actual recoil on the gun in your hands, but the gun in the virtual reality does recoil, and you have to realign your sights on it too. So we have that, and then like I said, the 3-part program, we work on stuff without any live ammo to get people comfortable and to where they feel okay, and then we work with some actual firearms but with non-live ammo, that they're safe and they know how to handle them safely. And then we move on to the very last 3rd session with doing some actual live fire shooting on the range and showing you how to be even more safe and comfortable. And usually by this point, I can get people where they're not even scared anymore, but they're very respectful and responsible with their firearm.
100%. And, I always find this such a fascinating conversation and topic because, the real world scenario of if and when you have to use your firearm, and what's that conversation look like with you and your, because, unless you really have been in that situation, I'm sure it's hard to prepare for that,
And, I've never actually been in that situation, and I hope I never get to that situation, but it's a split-second decision. You have approximately 3 to 5 seconds to make a decision if you should use that right to protect yourself. And one thing I teach in my class is if it's even questionable, if you have to think about it, is it worth going to jail? Is it worth certain things? It's not justifiable. And I got told this weekend that maybe I teach things a little different because people had always heard that teachers teach that you should be gung-ho about, and I personally hope I never have to use that aspect of my life in training, but I also do train in case I do have to do that.
Right. One, I think that's a smart way to do it. I mean, Illinois isn't the friendliest two-way state, and and I'm not saying it's you're going to go to, but if there's a situation that's questionable, you do have to worry about the repercussions, justified or not. And like you said, it goes back into that thought process too.
And there's a lot of repercussions. I mean, not only are there physical and mental, but there's financial, and you are probably gonna go to jail most likely. I almost guarantee you will. Go to jail for a certain amount of time till your lawyer can get there at least.
Yeah, I agree.
So
well, and that's just, and now you were saying we're saying also with this 3-point system, I also saw on your website that there's a home security assessment. Do you go in and see security?
I can, I'll go in and assess your home and show you entry points and show you how to secure those better.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of this is very simple things, but it's things people don't think about, like alarms. most people with alarms don't actually set them.
Right.
They use pets or children or stuff as an excuse to not set them, but most people aren't actually even setting them. But there's things like old, worn out security stickers. That looks like that was there from the previous owner.
Yep.
And new stickers like that. Some things with your door jambs and striker plates, and reinforcing those can really protect your home more and keep you ultimately from having to have a situation where it's easy for somebody to get into your property.
I like this. I like that a lot. And it's always good to have a second set of eyes on that, too. You also teach family firearm services, correct?
Yes, we're doing some stuff with couples, and we're going to start offering some kids classes. I'm talking to another friend of mine. He's wanting to participate in these, and we think we're going to put them on for free.
That's cool, man.
Just a few a year to get kids more involved and show kids gun safety. And I think that's very important to any gun owner if they have children in the house or children that come around, or just anybody, general public. Got the safety and safe storage and things like that is very important.
I completely agree. I mean, you really, I think the more knowledgeable you can be on, especially a firearm, it helps so much. I mean, that way you aren't scared of it. And because the gun ain't going to bite you. The person behind it might.
You know, I saw a video, and I wish I would have saved it for you to play. And it was a newscaster, and he said, I set my loaded gun on my table, and it sat there all day. It didn't shoot anybody. It didn't do anything. It was the most well-behaved gun I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It ain't going to do nothing unless it's activated, you know? And,
correct.
And that's where it goes. I like this, though, because it goes back into just the gauntlet of services you provide. Because, concealed carry is one of it, and it's very important, and we all, if we're wanting to practice that, need to take that class, but also just the wraparound services, and for all skill levels too, it looks like, from your website.
Yeah, I really enjoy working with newer people, but I also enjoy working with people that want to make their skills better. Mm-hmm. A few weeks ago, I went to the range with two young gentlemen, and one guy was really new. He wanted to try out several different firearms that he was interested in buying. Mm-hmm. I, however, happen to have most of the new popular pistols and firearms for people to try out. Uh-huh. I worked with him. His friend came along with us. He said he had some experience in shooting, but he was having issues. And I worked with the other fella too. I corrected a few things with his fundamentals and his stance and his grip and how he was holding the gun and pulling the trigger. And within an hour, he really improved his skills and was like,
That's
man,
awesome.
That makes a lot of difference.
Man, it's no different than going golfing and fixing your swing.
Correct. I don't golf, so I don't know.
I try to, but
I'm the same way. I tried when I was younger, and I guess I was horrible.
Well, Valentine's Day's coming up too, and couples date at the range will be kind of fun, man.
Yeah, I've got some sessions for Valentine's Day. If people want to book those, I can take you. Me and my wife can both go along. So,
and we're showing you right now precisionpointarmory.net. That's where you can see all these lists of different opportunities. But I love this, man. And going back into this, concealed carry classes, when are they normally?
So normally they're on a Saturday and Sunday. I am going to try to have one and see how the response goes of having one midweek. Mm-hmm. And I'm planning on having 2 weekend classes a month and 1 midweek class a month and 1 renewal class a month.
Well, and, there's so many other opportunities, too, if you already have your concealed carry, if you're experienced, or if you and your, if you have a group that needs a place to train, it looks like you're more than prepared to do that, too, with the tactical performance members and all those other opportunities, too. That would be a little bit more involved.
Sure, yeah. And I'm also gonna offer some holster training stuff where
nice.
People can work with non-live ammo again and their holster, and they can get comfortable with drawing and reholstering and things like that, and clearing their garments. Or a lot of women like to carry in bags or crossbody bags. We're going to work on those things too and see how they go. I don't disapprove of it. I think it costs you a few seconds with a bag, but if you train the way you're going to use it, it can work.
That's true. Hey, that's a great point. I mean, you'd know better than I would, you know? Right. With that being said, what else should we talk about for right now, man?
Boy, I'm not real sure.
Talk about all the class. I mean, we pretty much rock and rolled this one.
Right, yeah.
We're getting a repertoire here.
I don't know. I had some really, really good comments this last weekend from students.
Good, man.
On class. One student stated how he liked how I didn't make things political. And that's one thing I like to not do. That stuff can stay elsewhere. We're there to talk about safety and make responsible firearm owners that take safety serious. But I want people to enjoy it and have fun.
Absolutely, man.
And I really saw that this weekend, too, with that lady that was on the video. She was not very enthused to be there Saturday, and I gave them the opportunity to do a little practicing Saturday, and I spent some extra personal time with her to get her comfortable and more familiar with her firearm, which she was not very familiar with. And Sunday morning when she came in, she was bebopping and she had her makeup on and she looked real pretty and she was excited to be there, man. And that made me feel good for the day.
Absolutely, man. Well, I love it. You guys can learn more on how to book your time online at precisionpointarmory.net. Find them on Facebook as well. Precision Point. You can also go to Instagram, too.
Instagram, Facebook. You can call my phone number, 618-779-9947.
It works. I called him.
Yeah, he did. You can text that number. Just tell me who you are, because if I don't know the number, I'm probably going to say, who's this?
Right.
But yeah, I'm available unless I got my earmuffs on and in the range, or I have a massage today at 1:30, so I'm not going to be holding on to my phone for an hour, but I'll get back to you as soon as possible is what I'm getting at.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for your time.
Yep, thank you.
We're out of it today. I'll see you back here tomorrow for more of our daily show on a Wednesday. Until then, try your best as always to stay out of jail.
Good.